All right. So to give you a brief history to the Tibetan rites, these were taught to me by my teacher Mugs, and probably your teacher as well, somewhere along the line from SOYA. And the 5 Tibetan rites are over 2,500 years old. They are a Tibetan type of yoga. And Peter Kelder wrote a book back in 1939, I do believe, called The 5 Tibetan Rites. It's out there. It's about a 34-page publication. He met a retired Army colonel back in the day and was at that point in time bent over on a cane, unable to move and unable to get around. And this Army colonel talked with him about his travels and talked with him about finding these people in Tibet that performed these 5 Tibetan rites. So these are taken, and the publication you could still purchase on Amazon. It's very short, very, like I said, 34 pages. But he ended up losing the cane, losing his pain, losing everything. It's an incredible form of movement, similar to the Indian tradition of yoga, in that there's constant movement. So we'll go through the 5 Tibetan rites. I'll demo each of these for you, give you an alternate, if there is an alternate, and in between each one, you'll lie down in Shavasana. And the breath that you take in Shavasana, it's an inhale through the nose. It's an inhale through the nose each time in Shavasana, and an exhale out the mouth with an O breath. So it'd be an inhale, exhale with the O breath. So, and that happens each time. So we'll take time in between each movement. These are done in repetitions of up to 21 times. So with my ability to watch all of you, when you are done with as many repetitions as is comfortable to you, find your way to your back in Shavasana, and I'll keep an eye so that we don't lose somebody here along the way. If you can do the full 21 repetitions of one of these or more of these, feel free. It's an incredible practice. If you begin this on a daily basis or every other day, note the benefits and note what happens within your body and note how you feel. I have a little cheat sheet, of course, that was given to me by Mugs for this long time ago. And I'd be happy to share it with you and let Mugs know that I sent it out. If you guys would each send me a quick email with your email addresses, or through Becky or whomever, be happy to send this on to you, because it's very simple to do. So what I'd like us first to do to get started this morning is to just find a comfortable seat in Sukhasana. And as in anything that I teach, before we do any kind of movement at all, I still like to do some Kapalabhati breath. And Kapalabhati, I'm sure that you're all familiar with. If not, it is a cleansing pranayama, and not knowing where everyone's at, we'll do 3 rounds of 11 this morning. It is that breath that comes from the diaphragm. And it is that forced exhale with a passive inhale. So it is just like, I refer to it sometimes as almost somebody just kind of giving you that little punch in the gut. It's that forced snap of the diaphragm. So we'll do 3 rounds of 11. And if you would, seated nice and tall, take a full inhale into the body. A complete exhale out of the body. And then inhale part way and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale part way and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Inhale. And exhale. Last round, inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale part way. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Inhale. And exhale, fold all the way over, expelling any air completely out of the body this morning. And I know some of you are probably up to 22 and 33, but not knowing where everyone is, this is a safe way to go. So inhale, coming all the way up. And just pause with your eyes closed this morning. Just honoring as we come to that natural breath this morning, honoring this place that we're in, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, the opportunities that we have to learn from one another, giving thanks to those teachers before us for passing down this beautiful wealth of information to each of us through teacher to teacher to teacher, so that we may take these new things on and teach them to others and find the benefits of our health. So just pause, let your face relax, let your shoulders relax, let your body soften here. Just take a few nice even rounds of breath. Checking out of your morning routine and whatever's coming up for the day for you, and being present with our bodies, our minds, our spirits today. Being present with our breath. And slowly opening our eyes this morning, we'll begin with the first Tibetan Rite. And it is a spin clockwise up to 21 times that I'm going to demonstrate for you. There is an alternate. So again, like I said, complete 21 rounds if it's available to you. If not, it's completely okay. I'll demo the alternate first. And the alternate is that simple back and forth of the arms, feet placed firmly on the ground, and finding that swing of the arms back and forth. And coming full circle, so as many times as available. The 21 times for this would be that one full round, starting with the right hand to the right hip, left, right. That would be one round. The actual Tibetan right here to this one is a spin. So finding a drishti, and I'll demo this for you, finding that spot that's stable in front of you. It is spinning clockwise 21 times, finding, making sure that you make eye contact with that spot in front of you. I will not lie to you, you will get dizzy. It's important to keep your gaze connected with something strong in front of you. So to play with it, if you'd like, try the circles clockwise only, as many as you're comfortable with. If that's too much for you, please, please, please come back to the alternate. If there is any dizziness, O breath, that in through the nose, out with the O breath. And the minute you're completed here with up to those 21 times, and keep your, if you're taking those circles, keep your arms out. It's a really nice gauge of where you are. Nothing says we have to go fast. Taking all the time you need. And I'll keep an eye on you guys. Beautiful so far. When you get to 21 or your max, lie down gently in Shavasana and find again that O breath. Beautiful. You've made your way to Shavasana, taking those deep, long inhales into the body. Finding the O breath to come out. The exhale. And lying here, just note the energy. Note how it is you feel. Note the prana moving from head to toe in this continuous movement. And the deepening of the breath, bringing in more prana each time. Just a couple more deep breaths, and then I'll have you roll to your right side and press your way up when you're ready to move on to the second one. So the next one is a sort of push or sit up to the body. 21 times again. Inhaling as we make that connection and rise up. Exhaling as we come back. So I will demo for you what this looks like. And it is lying with the feet up in the air, flat on the back. If you need a little support under your neck, if you have neck issues, feel free to lay a blanket just under the neck. But it is that inhale coming up, exhale coming back, feet are flexed, inhale come up, exhale come back. The alternate is bringing the feet, I can't quite stretch my legs up here, I'm in kind of a spot, but the legs are extended out long in Shavasana. As we come up, we bring the legs up and lay them down, up and lay them down. The alternate is bending the knees. So coming up, bringing the feet to the floor. Coming up and bringing the feet to the floor. So it's completely up to you what you choose to do. So find that nice long spine on the earth, and either when you raise up, bring your legs completely up straight up, or bend the feet, place the feet on the earth, knees to the chest. Depends on your body, but rising up a little higher each time. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you lie back down. 21 times, or as much as is comfortable for you. A lot of us have low back issues, and if that's a concern to you, it's totally okay to just bend the knees, draw the body up. Remember here, using your core, pelvic floor and navel to spine. Use that transverse abdominal muscle from hip point to hip point. Just a beautiful place to strengthen. And I'll note when you've all stopped moving and finding again a few moments with that inhale and exhale, O breath. Nice, everybody. Remember to relax the neck, the jaw, the shoulders. We don't want this to become an exercise of the neck area, and tighten those jaw and neck muscles. Give yourself 3 or 4 more rounds of breath here. And when it's comfortable, roll to your right, press your way up and join me. So without all the demos in the middle, if you were to attempt this during the day on your own, it's kind of a nice little replacement if you don't have the time for a full yoga practice. This is a great way to do something a little different. The next one that we're going to do, again, if you have knee issues, feel free to find a blanket for the knees. However, it's similar to Ustrasana. So this is a quick demo. We'll come up, knees hip distance apart. Our hands are going to come back behind the hips and support the low back. It will be an inhale, opening up, exhale, coming forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, opening up the front of the throat and then the compression on the throat. So we're working on that thyroid, parathyroid, opening up the heart space. Each time taking it a little deeper, if we can, a little longer. Inhale, exhale to the chest. This one again, up to 21 times. When you're finished, come back to a seat on the heels, reach out, find Balasana, child's pose. So instead of Shavasana, we'll rest in child's pose, same breath. So begin when you're ready, up to 21 times, long, beautiful breaths, slow, nice movement. Combine that breath work and the movement, elbows directly behind your body, opening up the front of the chest this morning. If you're a little wobbly, feel free to tuck the toes so you have a little added support of the toes. It's nice sometimes to get into the toes and create that little bit of pressure as well. We don't love our feet as much as we should. Stretch those toes and the feet out. Neck issues, don't take the neck as far back. Open the chest up. Beautiful, guys. Nice work. Dizziness, find that O breath. In Balasana, taking the knees as wide as you'd like this morning or together. Again, find your comfort zone when you do. Hips to heels, blanket between the hips and heels if that works. If you'd like a nice shoulder stretch, walk your arms out in front of you. Come up on those fingertips and breathe. Nice. So rolling to your right side, coming up when you're ready. We're going to do a little wrist warm up for this one this morning. So if we can just extend our left arm out long in front of us, our palm away, and we can just take the right hand and just gently bring the fingers back towards the body a little bit. This is a great little exercise to work on the muscles in the arm and in the shoulders. So we're kind of pressing with equal force with both hands here, just a little bit. Great for carpal tunnel. And just take a couple breaths. Flip it the opposite direction. Same thing. Palm towards you, fingertips towards the earth. Just a few breaths, equal pressure. And then switch it out. Right arm, left hand, just a little press away. And then down. Great. So I'll demo these, the next two, the alternate for you and this one. And remembering when we're doing these again, the inhale through the nose, exhale through that O, always. And when we're done with this one, we'll come into Bhadrasana, so butterflies. So the resting pose, I'll show you first. Soles of the feet connect, and we'll come forward and rest in Bhadrasana here. So the first one, we warmed up our wrists, and we'll place our hands with our fingertips going towards our buttocks, feet in front of us. We're going to tense all the muscles on that inhale when we come up. So it's tense all the muscles, exhale. The alternate to this is Setu Bandhasana, and that is coming down to the back, palms on the earth, simply lifting the hips up on the inhale, tensing the muscles. Exhaling, releasing. Inhale. So whatever works best for your body. Find 21, up to 21 of those. And come to a rest in Bhadrasana, remembering, nice. You guys look so good. Be gentle with your necks. If you have neck injuries, low back injuries, be kind to yourself. Don't take the head up and back so far. Beautiful, everybody. Strong knees if you're doing, and you all are. So strong knees here. Plant your feet firmly in the earth. Knees point away from the body. Protect the lumbar spine by not letting the knees flop out to the sides. Beautiful job, everybody. Nice. Again, remember the core. Remember to engage our pelvic floor, our navel to our spine. Rest in Bhadrasana, release the low back muscles. Let the neck and the head soften and relax. Relax the shoulders. Soften those hips. Sometimes maybe taking the feet further away from the body is better for your body to allow those hips and low back to release. Sometimes the tighter we bring them into the body, the more tension we create. So nice even breaths. Beautiful, everybody. Three or four more rounds of breath, just noting the energy in the body when you've completed these in your resting pose. And then coming up slowly, bringing the head up last from Tadasana. Find your way around. We're ready to work on the next one. This next one has two alternates. So again, being very mindful of your body and being mindful of the day. Maybe today's just not a good day. We can try something different. The first one is going from Adho Mukha Svanasana to down dog, up dog, down dog, up dog. And I'll demo that. The other two alternates are from tabletop Varmanasana to Adho Mukha Svanasana, or simply doing Marjariyasana. So the first one, the actual one that we will be doing, is we're going to come up in the first one, inhaling into Adho Mukha Svanasana, exhale, upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Rolling all the way through on the toes. Again, then the other one is coming from tabletop Varmanasana, that steady long spine. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Tabletop, down dog. Tabletop, down dog. Lastly, if that's still an issue and you want to try just simply letting the heart shine through, exhale, round it out. Inhale, exhale. With each of these, be very mindful. If it's your first down dog of the day, pedal it out a minute, stretch. We don't have to take our heels to the earth. We can also be mindful of your low back. If you need a little extra space, take the feet a little bit wider this morning. Resting pose will be crocodile. When you're done with your 21, come down to your bellies. Rest your third eye on your forearms. Do what's best for you. You know your body. Nice. Slow, steady. Again, follow that beautiful breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In that beautiful little O breath. You're lying in crocodile here. Breathe deeply, bringing that prana all the way into the body, down to the low back. Feel that breath reach all the way down into the low back, up through the shoulders, softening, surrendering here on the exhales. Finding rest in between. We've got one more little practice to seal in these 5 rites, and then find a Shavasana. So when you have gotten some rest and feel comfortable, only when you feel comfortable, you can press your way back into child's pose and pause there for a breath or two. Again, just checking in with the low back. And come to a comfortable seat for this last practice, and then we'll find Shavasana, short yoga nidra. Just a few moments to rest. I love all the animal involvement I'm seeing. I see little puppy dog tails and animals popping in. They always know when it's a good place to be with us and a good time to be with us. They feel our energy. So this last thing, 3 times only is Uddiyana Bandha. So it's that up and inward. And if you're part of any of these trainings, it's part of our Kriya practice, and I'll demo one for you, and we will come up to a standing position, hips, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, exhale everything out. Come back up, soft knees, draw the belly button up and in, nice and tight, and hold it here as long as is comfortable. And then we'll release it. Inhale, come up, exhale everything out, come back to Uddiyana Bandha 3 times and 3 times only. And then come back to your backs for Shavasana. Beautiful. Remember, as we're here, protect the low back. Tuck that tailbone slightly. Complete exhaling out. Draw the belly in. Nice. So stretching out in Shavasana this morning. Take your arms out to your sides, palms upward if that's comfortable for you. Take your feet maybe a little wider than normal. Tense up the toes as much as you possibly can in the feet. Contract the muscles and release on an exhale. Contract the calves. Nice and tight as you possibly can here. Nice deep, deep breath. Exhale, release it all out. The quadricep muscles, the thighs, tighten them up nice and tight, maybe all the way up into the glutes as much as you can. Take it nice and deep, tighten everything, contract, 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 and then exhale, big release. Contract the abdominal muscles. And release. Find the hands and fists, maybe all the way up to the elbows, contracting the forearms as tight as you can, and release. Upper arms, shoulders, tension across the chest, maybe up into the neck, as tight as you can, and release. the face. Tighten all those muscles. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale, release it out. Now the entire body, just tighten everything, contract all the muscles, clench everything as long as you can. Take a deep, 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 deep breath. Open mouth, sigh, exhale, let it all go. Gentle tuck of the chin to lengthen the cervical spine. Maybe slowly walk those shoulder blades in a bit and down the back. Lift from the heart space. Take time to take full breaths to the body. Feel the belly rise and fall with each breath. Soften everywhere. Let the eyes fall back into their sockets. Disengage the jaw. Relax from head to toe. Surrender your entire body, your mind, your spirit to the earth and the support that the earth is giving you. Finding rest. Starting to deepen your breath. Inviting in prana to the body this morning. Filling yourself up with that healing energy. Maybe inviting in those gentle movements to the fingers, the toes, the wrists, the ankles. Maybe taking a big cat stretch this morning, nice and long, maybe stretching through the right side and then the left. Maybe curling up and finding the knees into the chest. Whatever your body needs, be aware of it. Give it some love this morning. And rolling to your right side and pausing here in the fetal position. Just resting, remembering every time we have the sunrise before us, we have another new day. Every time we come from Shavasana, we have another new moment to start all over again. And as you're lying here this morning, I would like to just take one moment to give you a beautiful reading from Mark Nepo, the Book of Awakening, one of my favorites. It is enough. If you can't see what you're looking for, see what's there. One of the most difficult things for us to accept is that beneath all our dreams and disappointments, we live and breathe in abundance. It is hard when in pain to believe that all we ever need is before us, around us, and within us. Yet it's the truth. Like leafless trees waiting for morning, something as great and as constant as the earth holds us up and turns us ever so slowly towards the light. Our task is only to be rooted and patient. The humble challenge of being human is not in agreeing or disputing this truth. That is as fruitless as arguing against our gravity. Our humble way, if we can open it, is to root ourselves beneath 1,000 dreams and excuses that keep us from the ground we walk upon. Time and again, we are asked to outlast what we want and hope for in order to see what's there. It is enough. If you can't see what you're looking for, see what's there. If you would rise up slowly, contemplating that thought, that seed. From the words of Dr. Ananda, I was listening again to his sutras. Life, the only thing that ever holds us back are the two little letters in the middle of life. If, what if, what if, what if. Don't ponder. Thank you guys so very, very much for joining me this morning. It was so wonderful to see all your beautiful faces from so many places. Love, light, and awareness. I honor you. Namaste. A little light and a little love to each of you. Have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed rest of your day. I'm going to unmute you all here so we can share and say hello.